The $30,000 invoice. We have the answers. So if you remember a few weeks ago, I told you about the manufacturer that shipped 14,000, let's call it $15,000 worth of aluminum across the border and received a tariff charge of 30,000. So his product was worth 15 and he got an invoice for 30. Do you think he made any money? No. I told you how that a 200% Section 232 tariff can apply. So today we have the answers because something that should concern every Canadian manufacturer is this can happen to you out of the blue. The broker misclassified the frames, and it's not their fault. I'm not blaming brokers. They got a heck of a job, and it's really on us, the manufacturers, to give the information correctly. So here's what happened. I'm Jack Jackson, Manufacturers Daily. Let's get into it. For anybody who missed the original episode, as I just said, 15,000 over the border from Canada, $30,000 tariff. That's about all. Everything else, if you wanted details, you can go back there. It's just that's the main cause. So what do we find? That, well, under generic coding, because the broker did not know where the product came from, what happens at the border, the HS classification code which is universal across the world, every item has to be classified. And because of Section 232 right now, which is separate, as I've talked about in other episodes, than the typical tariff world, because even though the courts, as we know, said that you have to be refunded your amounts, Section 232 doesn't apply. So no documentation equals vague classification equals the Russia rate. Yes. If you don't classify something properly and it gets to the border and the broker doesn't know what it is because you didn't classify it, then you get the Russian rate of 200%. That's the rate right now between anything that comes into the U.S. from Russia, 200%. Crazy. But anyways, first the HS code needs to be specific enough that the border can identify the product, where it was fabricated. Where was the aluminum from originally? So you first need to make sure you got the right HS code. Secondly, you need to make sure the commercial invoice refers to the aluminum content explicitly. And third, this is the one that was missing, is a mill certificate or a country of smelt declaration. Proves the aluminum did not originate in Russia or China or any other sanctioned country that the U.S. Is not allowing or charging tariff rates that are absurd to just stop you. So all three documents, all standard, nothing's complicated here. The absence of this one was the absence of the third one here, which was they didn't have the proper mills certificate or country of smelt, which of course we helped them and got it for them. So the $30,000 tariff bill turned into a $3,675 tariff bill. Not bad. Still a lot of money on $15,000, but it could have been worse. So as I said, not the broker's fault, customer's fault. That's what we're here for, to help the customer to be able to provide for their broker all the information. We've been working with clients, cleaning up all their certificate, their HS classification codes, as we're heading less than 30 days towards the CUSMA USMCA sunset clause date. Again, that's not an end date. It's just when the rules are going to start to change, and when you don't know the rules, it's tough to do. So as long as you are on your side taking care of everything, then you don't have to worry, because whatever the rules are, you comply. You just need to know what they are. So the good news is that all the amount is recoverable. We've already put it through for processing, and we'll let you know in the end of the day when he gets his money back. Well, shouldn't say that. I don't think he even paid it. I think he just appealed it, so it wasn't like it came out of his bank yet anyways. But it also puts it at peril if he doesn't if he wants more items across the border, he could be put on hold at any time. So we believe that, well, I don't believe, I know that he didn't pay it, and he's moving other product across the border still, so because that was absurd. So if you ship a product containing aluminum, make sure you pull your last 3 months of U.S. entry summaries. Look at that. Look at your HS codes. Make sure you know you have a mill certificate, just in case you get hit, and look at the tariff invoices for the past 12 months while you're at it. Is there unexplained charges or rates higher than expected? Those aren't random. They're documentation gaps that just come out in a dollar form. So let's get on that. I'm Jack Jackson, Manufacturers Daily. Please like, subscribe, send this off to somebody else who may need another manufacturer. We're here to help. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening.